From Studio A, this is Late Night at North Texas. With your host, Sean Poole. And co-host, Ariana Belolio. Featuring Audrey Allen and Robin Key. With special guest Marilyn Garcia.
Welcome to Late Night at North Texas. I'm your host, Sean Poole.
And I'm your co-host, Ariana Belolio. Listen, we have an amazing show planned for you tonight, so you're not going to want to miss it.
And to start all off, let's get into the news. All right. It was reported this week that celebrity chef Bobby Flay will be leaving the Food Network after 27 years. After weeks of negotiating, the Food Network could not appease the chef. Whose dish is on the chopping block tonight? It's Bobby Flay's contract.
They just couldn't beat Bobby Flay. Yeah.
Unbeatable.
Singer Shakira was attacked recently by a pack of wild boars while walking in a park in Spain. The singer thankfully managed to fight off the pigs and escape. To celebrate, she will be hosting a barbecue in that same park this week. Bacon.
Shabacon. True crime podcasters rejoice. After 50 years, investigators believe to have identified the infamous Zodiac killer as a deceased California resident, Gary Post. Not to be outdone, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are both claiming to be the Menendez brothers.
Last week, famed composer Andrew Lloyd Webber revealed that he was so distraught after seeing the 2019 film adaptation of his musical Cats that he had to get an emotional support dog. That's nothing compared to Hans Christian Andersen, who has to get a new hamster every time Disney takes on one of his fairy tales.
He hated cats so much. He
Yeah.
got a dog.
Honestly, I hated cats so much. Yeah. I think I needed an emotional support dog.
After that,
Yeah.
A photographer sparked online debate after she deleted all of a couple's wedding photos when they did not let her take a break to eat during the 10-hour event. The couple didn't see the problem. After all, the priest was kept in a kennel, and they didn't hear him complain.
They gave her a pee bucket and everything, so
And the in-laws, they were dangling over a bucket of shards.
Yeah.
It was a crazy wedding. You had to be there.
Yeah. An ancient Sumerian tablet will be returned to Iraq after it was stolen in the 1990s. Sources say that it won't be long now until Hobby Lobby gets their hands on it. It writes, "Live, laugh, love" over the ancient text and sells copies of it in stores across the country for your grandma to put in her parlor.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. An Irish man who was caught retrieving 58,000 euros worth of marijuana from a field claimed to have simply just been out dazzling rabbits. If he needed that much to impress them, those must have been some seriously cool bunnies.
They must have been very dazzled.
They're cool, you know?
This month, the U.S. government barely avoided a government shutdown as they were expected to run out of money by mid-October. In response, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi sent representatives back to their home state with a cookie dough order form. Meanwhile, the senators are selling candles on Facebook Marketplace.
Go get that money.
Yeah. Did you ever do the cookie dough order form?
I wasn't a Girl Scout.
No, it was like for Well, his people did not get their cookies.
British children have been buying vast quantities of baked beans recently due to the trend of beaning, which means to smear beans on things. This has led to some concern as many Brits are having trouble finding enough beans for their daily British bean bath.
You mean beans on toast? Like beans on toast?
Beans on skin.
Beans on
everything.
On everything. And finally, pro wrestler turned actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is making his debut in the rap game with a feature on Tech Nine's new song. And now we can finally smell what The Rock is cooking. It's fresh beats in the studio.
Yeah. It doesn't smell good.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't smell good.
Stinks.
Later tonight, we'll be sitting down with Denton native Marilyn Garcia to talk about her job organizing local concerts in Denton. But first, I don't know. What are we going to do next?
I don't know either. I think it had something to do with Adele.
What? Why?
Well, didn't you hear? She's coming back with new music, finally.
Okay, but is she coming here? Why are we talking about her?
Why aren't we talking about her? I think that's the real question.
Yeah, I'm so lost, you know.
We here at Late Night love Adele, and we'll be right back.
Do you think she watches this? She's watching? Adele, you're watching this? Adele? Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Here at our show, we believe in the power of literature and literacy. So we hold our very own late night book club. But due to our very busy schedules, we have to have our meetings kind of during the commercial breaks. But we're almost done, so feel free to sit in and just don't interrupt.
Okay, well, I think it's time to pick out our next book. This is probably the best novella that we've read, and I'm glad we all agree. But do you guys have any new suggestions?
Well, if there were no other takers, I actually have a book I really think you guys are going to like. It's called A Stranger in the Manger, a romantic Christmas love story, Texas edition. And it was actually written by me.
Wait, you wrote a book, like, by yourself?
Yeah. No, I've just been really inspired by all of the books that we've been reading, and so I sat down at my computer and the words just flowed through me. It was like the lush song of a nightingale. Anyway, so I think you guys are really gonna like it. It is about a Texas Sunday school teacher who finds herself alone Christmas Eve after Christmas Eve, but one day sits down in the manger of her church's nativity scene, and on that Christmas night, she has a life-changing and romantic encounter with the Holy One. You know who?
Robin, you wrote a steamy novel about Jesus?
I'll have you know that he is a sweet and passionate lover. Anyway, where should we start? Like the first chapter?
Wait a minute, Robin. I'm sure we'd all adore to read that book that you wrote, but I think we should all go around and suggest something too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, of course. Yeah, no, sure. What were you guys thinking?
Might I suggest my new book, Merger at the End of the Quarter. It's about a lonely alpha male businessman, Logan Johnson. He has it all, a big house, a car. He's literally a billionaire. But what he lacks in life is love. And his arch rival, Tina Tanner, she has everything a girl could want, except $1 billion. But on a business trip to Boise, will that be enough to bring these two feuding professionals together? Or will their competitive desire for the corner office overtake their chance at love?
And you thought that right now, when I just announced my book, would be a great time to recommend yours?
Did you just read your entire summary of your book to us?
Well, yeah, Robin did hers, so why can't I? And that's only just a little bit of the action. I mean, it gets really good towards the end whenever they both get trapped in the office after doing the quarterly reports, and then the AC goes out.
I think we've heard enough. But hey, speaking of books, we should read mine. It's called Wolf Soul, Beating Heart.
Okay, I'm sorry. You have got to be kidding me. Is that a werewolf holding a saxophone?
What?
That's Lena Ranger, and she's a jazz musician by day, queen of the werewolves by night. After a run-in with a rival pack goes south, she's rescued by vampire doctor Slade Silver.
That's ridiculous.
excuse me, but my book has excitement, adventure, and werewolves. Yours was literally about two business people. Talk about boring.
It's an enemies to lovers story. I mean, what could be more thrilling?
Okay, are we not going to talk about the fact that you guys swooped in here and stole my thunder?
It's a book club. How could you expect us not to talk about books? I poured my heart and werewolf soul into my story, and I'm just supposed to keep it to myself?
Oh, please, I'd hardly say that monstrosity is a story. I mean, a vampire jazz singer?
She's a werewolf, and she's a queen.
Okay, my book is clearly better than y'all's trashy novellas.
This is not trashy, and it's not a novella. It's a steamy piece of literature, you illiterate witch!
Whoa, ladies, please. Why are you fighting? There's no need for that. We're all friends here. I know how you all feel wanting to show us, the fruits of your labor, but there is a simple solution to this we can all accept. It's guaranteed to be a modern classic, which should be obvious from the cover alone.
That is going to be a classic? It's obviously just a fantasy about yourself. And did you draw that?
What? No. No. I hired a professional graphic designer. I think it's great, and you don't even know what it's about. I'm telling you, this thing is gonna just top the shelves. It's gonna be number one. It's gonna be top of the world. It's gonna be a New York best time seller.
The fact
Don't understand art.
that you even think that can compare to my book.
Yeah, you should probably just leave this one to us. It's more in our wheelhouse.
Like, that's not art. Are you kidding?
No, and you should probably just stick to what you know, because, I mean, if we want a book that's full of utter nonsense, we'll talk to you.
That's like the movie equivalent of Cats. Yeah. Like, yeah, we'll be laughing, but it won't be with you.
Okay, face it. My book is better than whatever you hacks created.
Okay, that's rich coming from someone who could barely string 2 sentences together.
I told you that in confidence. And Robin can't even read.
Me can read.
It's a good book,
Me
y'all.
can book good. Ah!
See, she's a Neanderthal.
Oh, big girl word.
This is a good book, y'all.
Okay, well, you guys, we're going with my book. Or else I'm gonna start shaving heads.
Whoa! Hey, how about we just let me read an excerpt.
Oh, shut
of
up,
my
Sean! I can't believe
pristine-
that you guys would even talk about this sort of thing. Your books are so obviously inferior. Are you actually going to read a segment?
Yes! Let's get to it, right? Oh. Now buckle up. Page 38. I felt my mother's ghost watching over me as I stared at the stranger across the road, and I knew from the moment we locked eyes that I wanted him. I put down my glass of French classic yellow mustard, and I pimp walked over to him. I could smell the sawdust on his breath as he gurgled, "Hey baby, are you Kentuckian? 'Cause you can tuck me in." His name was Sean, and he was so handsome, like really handsome, and sexy, and had a way better body than Chris Pratt. And he was dressed good, and he smelled good, and wasn't annoying at all. No matter what some people say, he was perfect. The only problem was that every other girl knew he was too. That's just page 38.
Oh. Sean, I haven't been so moved by a piece of media since for years.
Yeah, I worked hard on it.
Yeah, I think we found our next book.
Yeah. It was perfect.
Just, I guess we'll, get back to Late Night in North Texas. We'll be right back, y'all. All right, and welcome back to Late Night in North Texas. We are now joined by Denton native Marilyn Garcia. Yeah, give it up. So why don't you introduce yourself? Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Marilyn Garcia. I live in Denton. I'm 22 years old, and I run a house venue in Denton. So.
How long have you been doing this for?
So me and my roommates, we actually like rented out the house like before COVID, and we were planning on doing shows, but COVID happened, and so we weren't able to. So we waited like a whole year before we we almost like lost hope. But then, I mean, when things started to kind of slow down, we started to like book bands and stuff. So that was like, so it's been like a year and like a half just going. So yeah.
So what made you start doing this? What got you interested?
So I've always been like interested in like the music scene, like making my own music. I remember like playing with a drum in my room, like whenever I lived in a like a trailer at my mom's, and like I've just been always around music, and it's crazy because my family doesn't even really like come from a music type of family, so I've just been in it.
So it's mostly, punk, rock, that's the kind of thing, right?
No, it's like a little bit of everything. I actually I'm trying to stray away from like hardcore punk because while like I love like punk shows, they're just not good for like my venue because it's like I've had a punk show once. They're like a hardcore punk show, and they just messed everything up. Yeah, like
and it's your house that you live in.
Yeah. So my roommates weren't too fond of them. So
yeah, you got a mosh pit going on in the kitchen,
Yeah, no, literally. And it's like the best thing. It's what's great about like the DIY like music scene, and then if you guys are familiar with it, like it's so intimate, and it's just so real and so raw, and like it's so cool to experience because like you feel like it's like you're the only one that's going to be able to like see this one show, you know what I mean? And our biggest show that we had was with Venus Twins. I don't know if you guys know about them, but they're like touring right now, and they stopped by a little bit about like 3 weeks ago, and their show was so sweet, and it's just so nice to experience because it's like this is like, wow, you guys are like getting big, and like you were at my house, you know what I mean? Like it's super sweet.
Well, so it's time us to wrap it up. So do you have any social media to promote? What are you gonna plug? You have the space,
Yeah. So you can follow the Denton Red Curb DTX on Instagram, and my personal account is Marilyn SUX, so Marilyn Sucks on Instagram. And if you guys want to go to like any future shows that I'm hosting, hopefully I'll have more help by then. I think we're having like our first show back like after the new year. You guys should come.
Give it up for Marilyn Garcia. All right. And it seems like every new trend is coming from one place, TikTok. And personally, I've kind of lost track of what's in and what's out. So this week, Ariana and I are pounding the pavement at UNT to ask fellow students what they think of these certain trends. Let's take a look. What's up, guys? It's Sean Poole.
And Ariana Bololio.
We're here interviewing people about TikTok trends.
Okay, let's do it. I just have a few questions for you guys. Do you guys have TikTok?
Yes, you do? Okay.
Yeah,
You got TikTok, right?
I do have TikTok.
Do you have TikTok?
I do have TikTok, yes.
And so are you familiar with any of the TikTok trends going on nowadays?
I am.
Have you heard of the devious lick?
Oh, wait, I've heard of it. What is that?
It's where people started committing vandalism and stealing things from like public restrooms and schools. Have you heard of the devious licks trend?
Yeah, I've hit a few on him.
Now, would y'all do any of those devious lick things? Would y'all do any of the crimes for a TikTok? No
We were still in
comment.
high school, maybe.
Right, I think that's kind of like, you know, whatever. It's funny, I think, but it is a crime. I will have to say that for the camera. But
He's like, no comment. Would you do that for the sake of a trend?
No.
No.
I've hit a few on him.
So you've done a few on him?
Yeah.
Like what?
I steal his stuff all the time.
Like what?
It comes back though.
Okay, well, like, how specific? Like,
Well, he went to South Korea and got me a plushie for an anime, so I have that.
okay, but you didn't steal that. He got it for you.
Yeah, but it's like his money, and I didn't give him anything back.
Oh, so he was expecting you to give him money back.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, do we need to resolve this right now?
No, I'm not paying anything.
Oh, so it's already resolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, so at least you steal plushies from people.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, that's not weird at all.
No.
No, okay.
think so either.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why I
no. That's why you have it, exactly. What would be your crime for devious licks?
Makeup palettes from Sephora.
I mean, it's ending corporate greed.
Exactly. So it's not really my fault. I'm just for the people.
Like when people have been stealing things from bathrooms and like really big things. Like I've seen someone steal a toilet seat and things like that.
So you told me to do this next time I go to his house.
Yes, you could do that. Would you do that? Are you going to?
I can.
Yeah, so you confess on camera. That's probably not the best idea.
Well, what's he gonna do?
Well, I guess maybe saran wrap the toilet. I don't know. Put a lock and key on it. Not let you on there.
Well, he can't go pee.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
No, he's screwed.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Well, thank you so much.
so, have you stolen anything for a TikTok?
No, and I probably couldn't, but I like the opposite trend where I know there's like some creators that made a bathroom look super fancy.
Yeah.
I would totally do
What's
that.
that? That's like virtuous. What is it called? Angelic
Yeah, the
yield.
yields. I
Yeah.
do that. I would do a
Okay,
yield
okay.
for sure.
For trends, do you follow any trends or have you seen any trends on TikTok?
The pug one right now.
Okay, so everyone's been saying no bones. That's with the dog, right? The dog, like the limp dog. Okay, that's pretty wholesome. Wow, I didn't know there was actual wholesome content on TikTok.
Right now it's the No Bones Day one.
This is the third time I've heard this.
Do y'all know about there's a new one, Slap a Teacher Challenge?
Yes, I have
Yes,
seen that. I have seen that.
no one's known.
Slap my teacher?
Yeah, so you film yourself slapping your teacher. What do you think of that? It's going on in the high school.
Do I have to like slap in their face or their butt?
Slap in the
or-
back, slap in the butt, just slap your teacher.
Oh.
I don't think it's okay to slap people.
What if the teacher is just like mean?
I mean, I've definitely wanted to slap some of my teachers in the past, but I wouldn't do it.
Man, I have a couple good looking teachers. That's what I'll say, but I won't say anything else.
So would you ever do that for the sake of a trend?
No,
Would you commit any sort of crime for the sake of a trend?
no,
Not even maybe?
probably not.
Probably not. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thanks for coming in, talking about TikTok, social media, and stealing things, you know. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, plug your TikTok.
It's at Tango Saka, so it's not my actual name, but I do make fashion TikTok pretty regularly. So.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, so I guess that wraps it up. I guess our school has a lot of criminals,
And angels.
and I guess you find that out watching TikTok. You know, back to you, Sean, in the studio. All right. Well, that's our show. We want to thank our wonderful guest, Marilyn Garcia, for joining us tonight.
And we also want to thank our incredible audience for keeping us company all night long.
Thanks as well to our magnificent talent, Robin and Audrey.
And a final thank you to the phenomenal crew who makes it happen behind the scenes.
Yeah! I'm Sean Poole.
And I'm Ariana Bololio.
And this has been Late Night at North Texas. Good
Good night.